Hello everybody, welcome back to American Textbook Reading Series. I'm Brian Stuart. Today we're looking at Social Studies Book 3, Lesson 4. And in this lesson, it's called We Are Citizens. You will discover what citizens do and what freedoms we have. Interesting. Okay, well let's begin with the vocabulary. Our first word is protect. Protect means to keep something or someone from harm. If you prevent something bad from happening to yourself or to somebody else, you protect yourself or somebody else. In this case, a police officer protects people. Okay, in the next one we have solve. Solve is to find an answer to a problem. So of course, if you like math, if you have a math problem, you try to solve it. But there are many problems we can solve, and sometimes we play games to solve games as well. For example, if you like to put a puzzle together, a puzzle, how do you spell puzzle? P-U-Z-Z-L-E. This is a puzzle. If you put the puzzle together, when you finished it, you have solved the puzzle. So to solve is to find an answer to something. Next, we have consequence. Consequence, that's a big word, right? It's a big meaning too. The consequent is the result of something that you do. If you do something, what happens? That thing that happens, that is the consequence. If you do something bad, the policeman comes and takes you away to jail. That is the consequence. Don't worry about that. Don't do anything bad. Okay. Okay. Next, we have permit. Permit, not permit. Permit is a noun. Permit is a verb. Permit, to permit someone. Permit is a noun. It's a piece of paper that allows you to do something, or some card or ID that allows you to do something. So to permit is to let someone do something. So if you have a permit in your car, you are permitted to park in this parking spot. Okay? So permit, to permit, and I have a permit. Okay? Permit, verb, permit, noun. Okay. Jail. Okay, we talked about consequence before, right? If somebody does something very bad, they break the law, they might go to jail. Well, they should go to jail. Depends on what they did. Jail, of course, is a place where people go when they break the law. This person is in jail. He's not happy, right? And of course, he's wearing the prisoner uniform, the typical classic prisoner uniform, because he's in jail. Okay. Next, we have respect. It's a good word. It's an important word. Respect, to admire someone or something for their good qualities. Here we have a picture. It's important to respect older people because they're wise. They have a lot of experience. You can also respect things. You can respect laws, for example. You should respect police officers. You should respect the laws of your country. You should respect your parents, of course. Okay, so respect, you should also respect each other as human beings. Very important. So respect is a big word. It's small. Respect seems like a small word, but it's a really big idea. Okay? Okay, that's our vocabulary for this lesson. Next, we'll take a look at some other ideas in this unit. The first idea we have is what citizens should do for a happier society. What should citizens do for a happier society? We all live together in a neighborhood, a town, a city, a country, in a society, on the planet Earth, right? These are different levels of society. And we all want to be happy. We all want to get along. So what should we do together? Well, first, citizens, they should solve difficult problems together. There are many problems that we might have during our life. If we work together to solve them, then we can solve them. Some problems we can't solve if we're only one person. We all have to work together to solve those problems. So we should solve difficult problems together. Difficult problems like crime, pollution, things like those types of problems are very difficult to solve, but we can do it if we work together. Also, we should take care of each other. Citizens should take care of each other. Sometimes we're strong, but we're not always strong, right? Sometimes we need help. So we should always try to help other people, and they will help us when we need it, right? If we all help each other, then we will all be happier. So if you see somebody who needs your help, help them, and they will be happier for it. You will be happier for it too. Okay. Another thing that citizens should do in society is they should treat each other, or they should treat others with respect. So treat others with respect. This is kind of the very basic law of getting along with other people. Law, rule, whatever you want to call it. If you just respect other people, then everybody will be happy. So even if you disagree with somebody, or even if you maybe there's something about them you don't like, don't worry about that. Don't focus on that. Remember, you still should treat them with respect. Still respect other people, even if you're having a hard time getting along with them, or maybe you don't like them or their ideas. That's okay. Still treat them with respect, because you want to be treated with respect too. Okay, now those are the things that citizens should do for a happier society. Now, what are our rights in a society? In a free and happy society, we have many rights. And these are like freedoms that we have. These are things that we should have from our society. Well, first of all, very important, especially in democratic countries, is the freedom of speech. This is so important. It's the First Amendment in the United States Constitution. It is called the First Amendment, freedom of speech. And that means we can say anything we want to, as long as it's true, right? And as long as we don't intend to hurt other people. So you have the right to say whatever your opinion is. That is your right in a democratic society. If you don't agree with the government, it's okay. You can voice your opinion. You can say why you don't agree with them. So freedom of speech is a very important right in a democratic society. Next, we have freedom of religion. That means that the government cannot tell you which religion you have to follow, right? They can't tell you, oh, you have to be a Christian, or you have to be Jewish, or you have to be Muslim. The government cannot tell you that in a free and democratic society, because you have the right to choose. And if you don't want to have a religion, you have that freedom as well. You don't have to follow a religion. The government has no right to tell you what religion you have to follow. It's up to you. It's your choice. A lot of these are about choice, right? In a free and happy society, people can choose what they want to do with their lives. They can choose what to say. They can choose what they want to worship, or if they want to worship at all. You also have the freedom to privacy. Freedom to privacy means, well, I'm just laughing because the girl is looking at the picture on her door to her room in her house. Boys not allowed. So she wants to have her own private space. She doesn't want her brothers coming into her room suddenly, right? She's like, stay out. But privacy also means that you have the right in your home to do whatever you want to do. Nobody can come inside of your home without proper reason, or they can't just come into your home and bother you. You have the right to privacy. You also have a right to privacy, certain rights to privacy when you're walking around, when you're out in public. You have some rights to privacy as well, so that other people don't bother you when you're just minding your own business. Freedom of the press. Well, freedom of speech and freedom of the press are very closely connected, right? Freedom of the press. What is the press? We also call it the media. The press involves newspapers, radio stations, television stations, and nowadays the internet as well. This is all the press. It's mass media. And what that means, again, it's similar to the freedom of speech, is that the press, the newspapers, can publish whatever information they want to. They don't have to publish information that is only approved by the government. No, they can voice their own opinion. It has to be true, though. You can't spread, I'm sorry, sometimes people do spread lies, but if it hurts other people, then they can get in trouble. But basically, they have the right, the freedom of press is that newspapers have the right to print whatever they want to, as long as it's an opinion, as long as it's their opinion. They have that right. It's very closely related to the freedom of speech. Now, also very important in a capitalistic society, capitalistic and democratic society, is that you have the right to own your own property. If you want to buy some land and you have the money, you have the right to buy that land. That is your private property. And you have the right to privacy on your private property. The government cannot go onto your private property unless they have a very special reason to do so, and they need a judge to give them that reason. So you have the freedom to own property. You can own your own house. You can own your own apartment. You can own your own land. So these are all rights of a citizen. And as you can see, there are many freedoms that we enjoy. And as I said before, many of these freedoms are centered on allowing you to choose what's best for you. Choose what makes you happy. Nobody has the right to tell you what to say, to tell you where to live, to tell you what to worship or to worship at all, or to come into your private space unannounced and bother you. You have many freedoms, in other words. And that's what we need in a democratic and free society. Okay, let's move on to the reading. Okay, are you ready? Let's begin with the reading. And as you can see, this is based on American society, but of course it's very true for many open democratic societies around the world. This is also very true for them as well. Unfortunately, not everybody lives in a free and democratic society. That's unfortunate. There are some countries where people are not free, and it's a tragedy. But anyway, that's current politics. That's news. You should be lucky that you live in a democratic and free society. Let's read about it. Okay. We are citizens, and we all live together in a society. We live with our family and protect people we care for and love. Together, we are able to solve difficult problems that come up. Come up means to happen. Of course, life isn't perfect. Some problems might come up, but together we can solve them. Okay, next. Because we live with other people, we should take care of each other and treat other people with respect. Very important. Next, each person in society should think of others before they do something. Our actions have consequences. This is a very popular or common saying in English. Actions have consequences. So be careful what you do. If you do good actions, you have good consequences. If you do bad actions, you have bad consequences. So remember that. Okay. If people do something that society does not permit, that can bring bad consequences. In such cases, those people may go to jail. In jail, they have to make up for the bad things that they have done. Make up for. I want to point this out. Make up for means that they did something bad, so now they have to make it right, right? If you do something that makes your brother or sister feel bad, you need to do something good to make them feel better. You want to make up for your bad action. So to make up for means you need to do something to make your past bad action okay. It's still not okay, but at least you show that you've learned, that you will not do it again. You need to make up for your mistake or the bad thing that you did. Okay. If we love and respect others, our society will be a happier place to live in. Let's remember this when we talk to other people each day. So very important, right? Even when you talk to each other, remember, like I said before, even if you don't agree with other people, you should still respect them, right? Respect others and try to love everybody. Love is very important. Just show love and respect for other people. And of course, society will be a much happier place to live in. Wouldn't that be great to have a happy and good society? That's what this article is about. So it's a good article, and it shows that as citizens, we are supposed to do some things, and we also, if we do those things, we can enjoy many freedoms. Okay, let's take a closer look at the reading. How is this reading organized? We can see that it is organized along the lines of cause and effect. Cause and effect. Cause is something that you do. If you do something, that is a cause, and the result of that action is the effect. Remember, we learned actions have consequences. Action is the cause, consequence is the effect. Okay? So, let's take a look at the cause and the effect of different things. For example, people do something that society does not what? In the reading, that society does not, remember the word that we learned in the vocabulary? And it's a verb, not a noun in this case. People do something that society does not permit. Permit. Oops. T. There we go. And R. There we go. Okay. So people do something that society does not permit. Okay, good. That's the cause, right? That's their action. What is the consequence of their action? What is the effect? The effect is that they may go to, remember the sad guy behind the bars? He's in jail. So, people do something that society does not permit, they may go to jail. Okay, cause and effect. Next, we love and beep other citizens. Remember, this is a very important word, and it's something that we should all do. We love and respect other citizens. Respect. We love and respect other citizens. If we do that, what will the effect be? The effect will be our society will be a happier place to live in. and that's true, right? So remember, love and respect other people always. I love and respect you guys, okay? So thank you for studying with me, and I hope you've learned some good words and some important concepts about the society in which we live. Okay? Thanks for studying with me, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.